Yeah, morning, Trace. We've just seen US equity markets close. The risk has been pretty heavy. Banks have been under pressure. We've seen the US dollar being the superstar currency and gold prices under a bit of pressure. So we go through the news, we go through the moves, the movers and shakers on the dance floor today to get you set for the Asian Open. So stay tuned. I'll see you on the flip side. Yeah, morning, Chase. Look, on the US data front, we've seen core retail sales growing 0.6%. The control group element was up 0.7%, so it was slightly better. The headline number is slightly weaker, but certainly the market's taking that control group element at heart. The industrial production numbers came out 0.5%. That was slightly better again. Where we have seen weakness was in the New York Fed's business activity survey. It's something the market really hasn't looked at before, but that was significantly weaker. On the debt ceiling negotiations, well, clearly McCarthy said they're showing no signs of progress at this point. Again, that shouldn't really surprise people. And we've also seen Biden saying that he's going to cut his Asia trip short. So he's no longer coming to Australia. He's no longer visiting Papua New Guinea as well. We have seen a number of Fed speakers, Barkin, Goolsbee, Williams, Mester, to name a few. But ultimately, we're left with a situation. We've still got 3 basis points of hikes being priced for the June FOMC and a small step down for the July meeting there as well. Where we have seen some moves in the yields, certainly two's up 7 basis points or so. We've seen front end moves moving up a little bit there, and maybe that's weighed on risk to an extent. Home Depot coming out with their outlook, the stock closed down 2.2%. Maybe that weighed on risk as well. We saw Pfizer coming out with announcing a 31 billion corporate bond issue, and that may be sucking liquidity out of parts of the market as well. But generally speaking, if you look at the S&P, closed heavy on the day in terms of the cash market, nosediving into the close on those Biden headlines. Down 0.6%, but we've seen 88% of stocks closing lower. So breadth, again, woeful on the session. REITs, energy, utilities taking some points out. We've seen consumer services really the best performing sector there. Banks have been taken down again. We've seen the KRE closing down 1.5%. PacWest has been the focus again. The stock's down nearly 15%. But certainly the Russell underperforming, that market down 1.4% after a resurgence yesterday. We've seen the dollar making some love here. The dollar index only up 0.2%, but that's down to the euro strength we've been seeing. But high beta FX taking a leg down, NOK, Aussie, MEX, all those currencies, finding good sellers on the day. And I think that's been driven predominantly by a higher move in dollar CNH, which is moving into that 7 handle. We're seeing gold under pressure because of this dollar strength and what we've been seeing in yields, and crude's a little bit lower as well. So we're expecting Asia to open on a slightly negative foot with the Nikkei once again outperforming.